happy to have you on this morning today to talk about like really your hair journey. So good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So we wanted to just kind of have some chats with some customers who've been using Safo, and I wanted to start with one of our very first and probably our longest customer we've had since we started making samples and then we launched and then you've been a repeat buyer and customer. So wanted to kind of talk about your hair journey and then your experience with Safo. So what has just been your hair journey over the years, even before Safo?
Oh, well, thank you so much. I started off the pre or before Safo as a kid with, relaxing my hair. And over time, just realized that that was not a good move. It just turned out my hair is very, I guess, kind of fine. And the relaxer was just really way too strong. So I stopped relaxing my hair prior to Sappho, but that's kind of how the hair journey began. And I started wearing tree braids, which is kind of like what I have now. And then I was introduced to the Safo brand, the line, and I was really having problems with like dry scalp, tension on my hairline. My hair just in general felt dry, but I wanted to continue to wear, I guess what they call protective styles, like the braids, because it's just easier for me to move around. So started with the moisturizer. I think that was the first product. And after washing my hair and using the moisturizer, my hair just felt better. My scalp felt better. And I was really taken aback because I'd used several things like hot oil treatments and all this stuff that you see, try mayonnaise, try avocado, try olive oil, try coconut oil, all those things. And none of them yield the same type of result. And my scalp actually felt better after having started using the actual moisturizer. Um, Part two is as the company developed and we start getting more products, the leave-in conditioner, awesome. The scalp spray, I think that probably is my most favorite because even with my braids, I can still put some of the scalp spray and then and well, I said the scalp spray, but thinking about it, it's probably going to be the drops, the oil.
Scalp
Am I saying that
scalp
right? Am I saying
serum.
that right?
Yeah. Scalp
Yeah.
serum.
The serum. The serum. Okay, that's what because I can put that in between my braids. I put it on my hairline. It just is. The serum feels good. It smells good, and then the applicator allows me to actually get to my hair in those in between times when I'm in between braids and a wash or in between braids and another style. So I actually just can't say enough about how good it makes my hair feel. And I've noticed that my hair is thickening, definitely around my temples
Mhm.
and my hairline. Just overall, generally happy. And I've been recommending it to my friends and family.
So tell me about, so when you stopped doing your perms, what type of damage did you see to your hair? Or had you been
Oh
noticing? I
my
know you
gosh,
said it was dry and fine, but like what damage do you think that perm did to your hair?
to be honest, I might be aging myself, but I stopped doing perms so long ago. Um, it, I can't really, I can't really quantify or really, I say one thing in particular, other than just really dealing with breakage, and dry scalp.
Yeah.
Those were the two things that really plagued me the most.
Was your hair growing
So
the perm at all? Did you, because I know a lot of people sometimes don't get a lot of hair growth when they're getting perms because there is some damage to the scalp as well with those the burning and the chemicals.
Yeah, I do remember all those days of burning. I can't say that my hair didn't grow. I just don't think that it was healthy.
Mhm.
Um, like it was just like a really healthy head of hair. So again, it's been some years, but I've been natural
Mhm.
for much longer. And I can, my curl patterns start to pop when I'm using the moisturizer and the leave-in conditioner. Like I can see my hair like turning and coming alive, so to speak.
Do you see as much
So I think
breakage?
that's been the
Do you see as much breakage as
I'm
now? 'Cause I noticed because I only use the products now too, not because I'm biased, but like it's the only thing that really works on my hair. But I don't even see as much shedding or breakage in the showers anymore, and when I'm combing.
So I don't see as much. Again, most of the styles that I wear are protective.
Mhm.
So I'm probably not going to, but I can definitely say that my hair has not taken a downturn. And
Mm.
that's what I was starting to see from wearing braids a lot. You can start to see, just like I mentioned, the temples and the tension on the edges. I was starting to see like, oh my gosh, my hair is thinning. I'm having breakage. After starting to use the product, I
Yeah,
could,
that's
there was a noticeable difference. Like there wasn't as much transparency or thin,
I
thinning.
like that
Um,
transparency.
yeah. So I can honestly say that the thinning has actually stopped. When I look at my hair now, I'm like, oh, not that
I
I
know
would
one
want to
day.
wear my hair.
I know one day I saw your hair in its natural state and I'd seen it before you started using the products and then I saw you without the braids like probably 9 months later and I'm like, is that your hair? And you're like, yeah, why? I was like, that is so drastically different. Like it was growing, it wasn't as thin. And I was like, I noticed it on Zoom. And I was like, are you using my products? And you were like, yeah. So I think the other point is like you have been you use it with your protective styles and we like to think that protective styles actually are good for their hair and a lot of them are but some of them cause tension or they're good for the hair but we're not treating the hair up under it so it's not getting the treatment it needs. So I think that's even critical that you're using it while you have your protective styles in and you're seeing that it's protective because the style in and of itself isn't going to protect your hair. You still have to keep doing the work. So that's exciting to hear that you are doing the work while you're keeping your hair protected and you're still seeing it grow and flourish. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. That's one of the reasons why I love the serum so much is because, those last, couple of weeks when you're hanging on to the braids and the scalp gets to itching, it's perfect. It soothes it. It keeps me from pulling my hair out. And then even prior to the protective style, just, those couple of days where, I take my hair down, I pull my hair back, I make sure that I wash it with the shampoo and I'm doing the leave in and prior to my braids, just making sure that my scalp is getting the serum that it needs has really cut down. It's actually helped me to keep my protective style longer because
Ah.
my scalp is not as dry. It's not itching the
Mhm.
way that it was. Within a couple of days, I'd be like, oh no, how am I going to make it? I've maybe, maybe it's a couple of weeks. If I, treat my hair, treat my scalp before getting the braids, I've noticed that I don't start itching nearly as soon. So
So
I mean that's definitely a plus for me.
I just want to talk a little more about like how the products work on your hair. And I get a lot of feedback from people who use protective styles or take their braids out and use a shampoo. Like, what is your experience with the shampoo?
Um I'm not a I'm an engineer,
Ah!
so I'm not big on I'm not a big hair aficionado. Like what I know, what I can say about the shampoo is that it gives me great suds. I can rinse my hair and hear it squeak, which makes me feel like my hair is getting clean. I think what I like the most about the shampoo is that, this might be biased, but I trust you. I trust your brand. And I trust that there aren't any chemicals in the shampoo that would be harming my hair. I think you hear a lot about no sulfates and you hear a lot about the safety and like there's no chemicals, but it's just like buying a vitamin. You don't really know. And I trust Safo. I trust the Safo brand. And my hair obviously is clean enough to get my braids when I get ready to get it done. So I think that it performs the way that it should.
And then the leave-in, you typically apply that after you wash your hair.
It's interesting because
And I'm asking because I
I,
have so many customers that use the leave-in so differently that it's always good to hear like how they're using it.
yeah, so my regimen is really kind of different. Again, I'm getting braids. So right after I wash my hair, I tend to, my go-to is the moisturizer. It's thicker. My hair likes it. I
Hmm.
like the curl pattern. I feel like it saturates and moisturizes my hair instantly. And because of the consistency, it lasts longer. So I typically will use the leave-in like right before I like actually get the braids. After my hair is dried and
Okay.
you know, I'll use a little leave-in like on the actual hair. I'll ask, or either I'll take the oil myself and oil, particularly make sure my temples, my edges, and just like through my hair. So I have a lot of leave-in because I don't use it as much as I do the moisturizer. I go through that a lot, and I go through the oil a lot. Those are my typical like bundle type of orders: the oil and the moisturizer, because those are the products I feel like are better for me in my situation with wearing the protective styles.
Awesome. No, that's so funny because that was our first two products that we ever launched. And it was for that very reason, for those that people with very dry, more itchy, dandruff type hair and scalp. And that's still on our website as our hydration bundle. So that's good to hear. And I love to
Oh,
hear.
great.
I was I was targeting you, didn't even know it. You're still hanging in there with us. So I really, really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And I thank you. I'm glad to hear, and I'm also happy to hear that your hair is doing much better. I love to see it when it's out. It makes me so happy. My heart does a little dance. I'm like, oh, look at Sappho go, look at Sappho go. So
Well, you should be proud of yourself.
thank you. So thank you so much, Tiffany.